Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for Tuesday evening, 28th of July. The time is 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. Eritrean Community Festival in Scandinavian countries concludes. Material support extended to disadvantaged women. New U.S. tariffs deepen global supply chain chaos and economic uncertainty. And at least 30 killed in village attack in Nigeria. Great to have you. Let's proceed with our full report. The 28th Eritrean Community Festival in the Scandinavian countries, which was held for 4 days under the theme Our Resilience, Our Guarantee, concluded with patriotic zeal on 26 July in Stockholm. The festival featured educational seminars, photo exhibition, cultural and artistic performance by a cultural troupe from Eritrea, a seminar on the objective situations in the homeland and regional and global developments, community village, as well as other entertainment programs. At the concluding event, in which nationals from all Scandinavian countries and other European countries, as well as invited guests, took part, Ms. Tsegera Daberhe, Secretary of the National Holidays Coordinating Committee, said that the national gathering had been successfully conducted through the strong participation and commitment of national organizations and communities from all cities. She also commended all those who contributed to the successful and colorful event. At the event, Mr. Fshatzion Petros, Eritrea's ambassador to Italy and non-resident ambassador to Sweden, conducted a seminar for the participants focusing on the objective situation in the homeland, regional and global developments, as well as efforts the Eritrean government is making to ensure social justice. Mr. Yemane Gebrekidan, head of Consular Affairs, also gave a briefing on consular activities and guidelines that nationals should follow. At the event, certificates of recognition were presented to national organizations, communities, and other contributors. The Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare branch in Golud subzone has extended material support to 30 disadvantaged women in the subzone. The beneficiaries were identified by their representative administrative areas. Mr. Tasfa Alem Yohannes, head of the branch office, indicated that 5 disadvantaged women were each provided with household materials worth 10,000 nafa, while 25 disadvantaged women were each provided with livestock worth 10,000 nafa. Mr. Gebre Mikael Mengistab, head of social service in the subzone, called on the beneficiary women to use the support they received in improving their livelihoods. Extensive water and soil conservation activities are being carried out in Adghaya subzone through the Student Summer Work Program at 3 centers. The report was made by Mr. Beyene Tesfai, head of the Education Office in the subzone. Mr. Beyene also commended the strong participation demonstrated by the students in the program. Engineer Dawit Kiflom, a water and soil conservation expert and coordinator of the program, said that the students have so far constructed about 54,000 cubic meters of terraces and are preparing holes for planting 3 seedlings. The participating students, for their part, said that the program is making a significant contribution to developing a culture of work and facilitating the exchange of experience among them. They also expressed their determination to complete the planned activities on time. Those were updates on domestic issues. Global matters follow as we come back. In our global affairs, latest tariff measures rolled out by the U.S. government have drawn sharp criticism from economists and political analysts worldwide, who warn the unilateral protectionist move will disrupt global supply chains, undermine free trade, and weigh heavily on the global economy. The Office of the U.S. Trade Representative announced that the U.S. would levy tariffs ranging from 10 to 12% on goods imported from 60 economies. The ripple effects of the policy have already spread across global trade circles, sparking widespread pushback from the international community. Political economics expert pointed out that the core motive behind the U.S. tariff policy is to clamp down on its key competitors. The new tariff will not only batter global supply chain and impede free trade, but also exert a negative impact on the global economy, ultimately hurting the interests of all stakeholders, including the United States, in the long term. Echoing those concerns, the experts noted that the disregard of the United States for international trade rules in levying new tariffs, coupled with ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, was exposing the global economy to greater volatility and uncertainty. At least 30 people were killed when armed men attacked a village in Nigeria's northwestern Kaduna state early yesterday, according to residents. The secretary to the village had said gunmen stormed the community, shooting randomly and burning houses. 8 children were among the dead, while 4 other people sustained injuries. Violence by armed gangs and other criminal groups has become a major security challenge across parts of northwestern and north-central Nigeria, where communities are frequently targeted in deadly raids. The Northeast is battling a deadly insurgency by Islamist militant Boko Haram and splinter group ISWAP. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack in the Kaduna state. The victims are women, children, and elderly, the secretary said. Security personnel arrived at the village in the morning hours after the attack. However, the assailants had set houses on fire before fleeing. Kaduna State Police spokesperson said the command would provide details soon. An earthquake registering a preliminary magnitude of 7.1 shook Kumamoto on Japan's southern main island of Kyushu today, and tsunami advisory was issued, the Japan Meteorological Agency said. The agency said the tsunami advisory was for the nearby Akai on the western coast of Kumamoto, about 900 kilometers southwest of Tokyo. Japan's prime minister, in his message, urged residents to avoid the coastline where a tsunami of up to 1 meter was predicted. She said the government has set up a task force to gather information, assess possible damage, and prepare for rescue operation if needed, and is putting people's lives as the top priority, urging residents in the strong shaken areas to use cautions in light of possible strong aftershocks. Japan's Nuclear Regulation Authority said no abnormalities were found at 3 nearby nuclear power plants from the quake. Kumamoto was hit with a deadly quake in 2016 that left more than 50 people dead, 1,800 injured, and tens of thousands of homes damaged or destroyed. We're about to end our news broadcast, but here's a final look at the top stories before we sign off. Eritrean Community Festival in Scandinavian countries concludes. Material support extended to disadvantaged women. No U.S. tariff deepened global supply chain chaos and economic uncertainty. And at least 30 people killed in village attack in Nigeria. And that's all with the news for the session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you for watching. I'm Salim Brahana, wishing you a great night.